Welcome everyone, this is Michi Hoyer, this is the Simp here. Happy weekend to everyone and welcome back on rFactor 2 here with more FSR testing. We got a final test race before the season kicks off in the beginning of March, right here on rFactor 2. We are at Malaysia again and we've loaded up a basic set. We have a company of Patrick Hanko here in the racing room. Hey there, Maximilian Rurik. Happy Saturday to you. Hope you enjoy your weekend so far. And yeah, we're about ready to hit the track and do our first laps in the new car. Adjusting the seat a little bit. I see errors, issues with the mirrors there. That looks quite funny. Need to bring up some more HUD options then, and basically out for installation laps here. As we got some little physics updates, I'm going to yeah, first check out how the car feels over the bumps, how the car goes over the curbs. Malaysia, very bumpy track here on rFactor 2. Good morning there, Ferdy. Good morning, Gabi. Welcome. Michael, also good morning to you. So, we're about to get ready for that upcoming race tomorrow here on the Malaysian circuit. Stream goes live 4 PM Central European time with practice. Then we have a short qualifying session at 16:30 before we head into the 56 lap race, so full F1 distance here around Malaysia. Oh dear, the car is indeed slippery in the back. Means I head back to pit road and getting some stabilizers in. No, honestly, the setup is an evolution of what we ran at Suzuka, but remember that we have new physics, so we need a little bit more of setup work required here. Yeah, sorry I killed all of you. Gabi, that is the Formula Simracing car on rFactor 2, so the car that's been used for our season in F1 driving. Is that the... Jesus Christ, I have been so long off the air of rFactor 2 that I forgot about my OBS settings. Alright, so power, a little bit more closing up there on diff. Rear wing adjustments. You know, just some minor basic things. A little bit more diffuser work. And camber. And then I hope we are set to go. Maybe this was also an issue of cold tires, but either way, we're gonna come back out on track now. After a short installation lap, we're trying to warm up tires and get in for a little bit of a stint. Checking the balance in the car, checking setup. Also, as you can see, there is hardly any rubber down on the track. Oh dear. Slight lock up on the front left. I think by driving slow, really, the tire temperature broke down quite a bit. As it is the hard compound, quite difficult to get it up to temperature. By the way, Garby, if you want to join us, fire up your rFactor 2 and watch and type in FSR at the top. And then you find something like FSR Pre-Season Test 5 at the Malaysia Grand Prix. Click join and rFactor 2 automatically downloads the required content you need. Hi Marshall, good morning there, buddy. And then you straight away jump here into the server. No password required as it is open for public still right now. On the curb. I need to do 2 or 3 laps actually to really get an idea of what the balance is. Okay, something is surely not right. Maybe it comes to the fact that the old setup won't work anymore. As we got changed physics, this could always be a possibility here. So I quickly start something from scratch. And see if that is better in some way. So also everyone on Twitch, have a look at Quick Garby's Twitch channel. My goodness me. As being a real life racing driver, coming into iRacing, coming into Simracing even more, also starting streaming there. Or doing some streaming quite for some while I think already. But you may want to check her out, very much dedication going on her channel and when she's driving. Always interesting to see how the real drivers cope with the sim racing controls, as they are quite used to what a car is doing from real life. Well, as we all know, a simulation is not real life, so there are some challenges for her also, and it's always interesting to see her dealing with it. So everyone check out Quick Garby and give her a follow. Right, the rear end is still a bitch. Is it? It is damn annoying indeed. Okay, something's still not right. Yes, I forgot to take away the blend. Diff, anti-roll bar. Next try. Yeah, I feel like a proper noob now. It's good that I did some testing. I wasn't sure if I found some time for doing some testing for the race tomorrow, but apparently I need it to stay away from that freaking curb. Right, maybe we're now on our way to our first longer stint. one has put in a 37.4 as a beginning lap. Was Lazaro, I guess. Right, the first lap without a spin. And guys, if I remain silent for quite some time, don't be irritated. That's just me in the testing mode. It's about 1 year ago where I did a training center or training workshop together with a technical engineer to find out on the basics of the FSR 2019 car. Within 4 days, I was sitting over 30 hours in the sim, and in 1 day I turned 360 laps around Silverstone. So most of the time we both were sitting just having our mouth shut. I was driving, he was checking the data, he was doing analysis on live telemetry, he checked out tires in a 3D model and stuff like that. We just put the car on top of the upside down and see what it told us. And yeah, as you all know, that happened while me still being an ACR. And you guys also know who has become World Championship winner this year, or last year, was Jene Simracing in ACR. ACR has won all constructors. I'm not even sure if they have won all divisions. So it was a pity scene to leave that team in the mid-season, but I saw no any other option. But good to know, definitely where one of the main reasons of success came from. Oh, overshooting final turn. Oh, the car is still very much oversteery. But it is a classic modern F1 car. As you can see, I'm not pushing it 100% through the corners of what it physically could achieve. And the reasoning for that's quite obvious. Because the tires would be killed within seconds well, minutes, but you know what I mean. So guys, if you're here for the first time, watching this the first time and liking the format, I'd appreciate if you subscribe and follow up on the channel and make this community grow. Show your support and dedication to sim racing, as I'm checking more data on the car on the fly. Okay, performance indicators look good. Temperature's alright. Tyre wear's alright. That lockup was bad. And also shows what is going to be key this season, as I can quite soon tell you what this lockup meant. Michael King, hey buddy, how you doing? So we had this one lockup during that lap, giving us an additional tyre wear in the front left. I'm gonna tell you how much that was. I mean, it was a quite severe lockup into turn 4. But here it got us an increase of 60%. So you don't want to do that at all during a race. Nearly did it again. Missing the apex, losing a tenth or two. I do not really know where that first lap came from. I feel like I wasn't pushing there at all, and right now I'm trying to really control the tire temperatures by not pushing at all, or I just can't get the lap times. I see, Ian. You have ordered a seat though, haven't you? Via SimLab. Another 136.1. Should re-enable that spotter. Yeah, Ian, it may come a little later, depending on where you live. I think you live in the UK, so the seat will take a little longer than all the other parts from the Netherlands. I think this racetrack is a real tire eater. Can't wait to put on the softer compounds and see how they are melting away. And it's quite more slippery indeed. Way more difficult putting the power down. Even in that high speed area. Which makes me think that the aero balance is still an issue. But to be entirely honest, I feel some understeer going on in the mid to high speed corners, which means not enough front downforce. Wow, that final turn. In general, always that initial go on the power. Luke, whoops, how do you get in such a championship? For instance, if you go on the web, www.formula-simracing.net, sign up on the forums, check out the rules, check out what you have to do in order to register. You need to find a team. You can go to the forum market and ask for a team entry. And then you might find yourself in a seat. Alright, I think it's time to box and get in some changes. I hear, Ian, how many hours you spent with assembling and how far you came there. So we just did 10 laps now, more or less. Thank you, Luke. Appreciate that feedback, and if you guys also like the content, I'd appreciate if you follow up the channel, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't done already. As we're coming down for pit road again. Mitchy Benz, big massive thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel and thank you for the support, buddy. That's exactly the way. Right, so here we did 35.8, 36.6, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4. Yeah, it absolutely shows that there is no balance in the car right now. Lazaro. Not on the server anymore, or? He's out with hard tyres. Hanko is out with soft tyres. He's going for quick laps now. Andrea Arena also on the hard compound. Yeah, I am going to check for more stability in the car. Adjusting some dampers then. Problem I do have, sort of, is that the car should be already quite sticky. Alright, some 2 or 3 laps to see. So 29.3. That tanker now putting in quali laps. Yeah, now obviously we got even more understeer in the car. Surprise, surprise. I see, Iron. Yeah, it takes quite some time until it's finished, right? Well, there's no need to rush, right? As you got no seat. Sounds harsh, but quite apparently is the fact. Oh, car is so lazy around the corners, it's a joke. So starting a lap, the stint now with a 36.2. Red flag, okay. So I'm going to revert here. And a bit there. And then I hope we'll be fine. What is your old rig, Iron? And what are you gonna do with it? Right, I hope now we can go for a longer stint. The car should be really even more planted in the rear now. We're fighting some understeer, I guess, but I hope we'll be alright. Hey there, Hunter! Yeah, happy weekend to everyone. It's quite sunny out here. Some could say we're about to get towards spring already, despite it's mid of February. Excuse me. By the way, is the stream buffering or lagging for anyone? I'd appreciate a quick feedback since I did some minor changes on OBS that morning. Aye, too late on the brakes. Thank you, Hunter, for clarifying the Twitch quality. Oh, damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Sorry. Thank you, Hunter, for letting me know. Major Wolf, good morning. Happy Saturday, how you doing? Ah. Are you a fan of Carnival? Like, honestly? So 36.1, this is a 36.2. Maybe we can get some endurance kind of mode of consistency in. I'm feeling a little bit more satisfied with the rear end now. I hear you, Major Wolf. I hear you so much. I have to be quite honest, I'm hating that carnival type of stuff. But I'd be considered to be on one of those parties tonight as well. Oh, Iron. That nearly halfway finances your new rig, right? Yeah, for the kids it's alright. Gotta love the kids, right? Gotta do everything for them to be happy. Is it possible for you to make the screen at the bottom left with a full triple screen? So let me get this out straight away, bear with me. I'm gonna do that on the straight. And someone's dead. So what you basically mean there, Konaminik, is make that a center screen and then have two other screens on the side to make it a triple. Technically, I would say it works. I never have tried to put up triple screens with different screens though, and in general I never had triple screens, so I can't really tell about that. But obviously I'm happy to give you a full glance at the rig, full glance at the monitor. It's a 49-inch Samsung ultra widescreen gaming monitor, pixels resolution 3860 on 1080p. When is the Sebring 12 hour though on iRacing, by the way? Because I actually want to take part in it too, but I think I should start trying to organize around it. See you there, Major Wolf. Hope your flu continues to disappear and you will feel better next week. Looking forward to see you on the next stream. Have a nice weekend there. Goodbye. So, we're coming around to finish fifth lap of the stint, 36.3. Car is still a bit tail happy. Let's see how much we can finish those tyres off. Car feels so heavy. I mean, yes, we got 130 liters on board still, but Jesus. Feels like a McLaren Senna. After a 36.3, we're gonna put it in 36.2, so we're somewhat consistent now. K performance indicators also show that the balance, I do feel, is being reflected on tyre wear and loads. I hate this stupid curb. Car tends to snap out as soon as you hit a bit too much throttle, despite massive aerodynamics. Oh, you haven't got a monitor yet, Ian? Well, I can really recommend that 49-inch Samsung gaming monitor. All you need to be aware of is the fact that you may not want to use it for office purposes, but for racing it is absolutely fine. So we still rescued the lap with a 136.1. Yeah, but we quite hard use tyres. So I hope you guys also join us tomorrow for the test race. Stream goes live 4 PM Central European time. 4:30 we got qualifying and 5 PM CET. Lights go out for a 56 lap full distance race here around Malaysia on rFactor 2. So that's the practice we're currently doing for. Just want to get a little bit more confident with the car and everything. Putting in another 36.2 or even a 1. But yeah, I don't know why. I mean, the car gets lighter, but I don't really necessarily get quicker. Yes, I know tyres are also rubbing off. And if you like the content that we do, if you like sim racing, if you appreciate the streaming, I would appreciate if you hit the follow button on Twitch, or if you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done already. Make this little gift being played for you personally, and show your dedication to sim racing and your support to the channel, as we want to make this community grow. We're using a 40-inch television. Doesn't that give you massive latency? So for some reason I'm about to go personal best on that lap. I'll need to check on the KPI whether we use too much tyres for that, or whether finally some fuel effect is about to kick in. Hey, it just tapped the throttle and did. Okay, we didn't use much more tyres than usual. Maybe just some proper driving. Which you can't say about that turn 2. Missed shift into first gear. What a mistake. Kinda underlines the importance of the correct gearing for every turn. Also gotta say that the track is now rubbering in. More mistakes. Yep, Kevin Peters, I'm on the FSR server. My goodness me. It's like you're hitting the stop hold on the curb. Another 36.2. Wow. In the meanwhile, Hanko has put his lap time down to 29.3. I think it's a good lap time for quali. We may find out on that further down on the stream. But first we got to prepare for the race. Maybe that is part of the story why I'm pretty bad in qualifying, since I'm maybe not giving it enough of attention. But I think in a sprint race, if your race pace, balance and strategy is spot on, then you always can compromise being 2 or 3, 4 slots further down the grid. Hey there, Steve Size. Yes, it is an official league. It's an official competition, FSR. However, the test race tomorrow obviously doesn't belong to the season. But yeah, basically it is the official rFactor 2 Formula 1 type of league. Got official backing from Studio 397. Kevin, I'm not too sure about the test race. You may want to join the FSR Discord and ask around there and check out on the forums. But I think, yeah, why not? I think there should not be an issue if you're registered on the FSR forums to not take part in. So you may want to go that route. Since I'm part of that forum and part of that league for 6 years now, it's kind of a difficult question for me to answer on. But I guess the more guys that are on, the more feedback, the better it is. However, yeah, please note to take it serious. So despite this is all in test race, people should always try to win it and try to pretend like it was a real season race, because only then all the investigated data is reliable. Okay, car balance is somewhat fine now. I'm not sure if it is really supposed to change mid-stint. I don't think it is. I wonder though whether the front tyres are giving up while the rear tyres are still in okay-ish shape. But what I can definitely tell is that having around 40 litres less on board now, the car doesn't feel as lazy anymore. Rolf P, hello, happy Saturday to you. How you doing, man? Hey. So, first of all, new personal best here, 35.7. So can't wait on the analysis of the stint, which I'm gonna do offline though, as obviously it gives some clues on the setup. You like this track? I'm doing as well, man. I think Malaysia is one of the greatest circuits ever built, and it's such a shame it's not on the F1 calendar anymore. I really love the characteristics. You got overtaking spot in the final turn, overtaking spot in turn 1, overtaking spot in turn 4, and if you're really smart, also into turn 9. Beyond that, it's a very technical track. Shows if you got a good chassis, shows if your aerodynamic is spot on, and obviously it is a power track. And an annoying one. Kevin Peters, you know how to join the server here? I'm doing very aggressive driving now. And you see the car is sort of swammering and sliding around now a bit. Yeah, Rolf, I absolutely agree. Despite, I have to say, besides travel costs for the teams, I think Malaysia is lacking the chassis only sector, like sector 3 in Catalonia. So a 36.2 again. Massive tyre wear in the rear thanks to the sliding we had. Oh god. No, Kevin, I'm on an entirely different set there. The physics have changed quite a lot, so I don't think the Suzuka setup will work. Also, we got some pretty different surface here. Another 36.2. No, there's literally no hybrid stuff there, Steve. rFactor 2 got some. You know, they abused the fuel system in order to emulate electricity on the Formula E car by actually regaining fuel while lifting off the throttle. But rFactor 2's engine is not yet ready for dual engine hybrid system. I hope there is a feature to come in the future. Since more and more cars are about to get that technology. Looking at Formula 1, looking at the LMP cars. I'm pretty sure that other cars will soon get electricity support. Rolf P, actually I'm streaming on Twitch too. I'm trying to still perform to switch to Twitch. and want to fully build that Twitch stream and that Twitch community before eventually giving YouTube an F up. Thing is, I don't want to offend, or I don't want to lose the guys supporting us here on YouTube. It's fairly important to have you guys all around, so I want to keep everyone happy. Well, Ralph, now you know. You may find us on www.twitch.tv/MitchyHoyer, a channel with 1,133 followers at the minute. Rahowen, hey man, you love that freaking awesome livery. Well, I have to say it got some glitches since the paint model isn't the same anymore, but it wasn't as severe in order to not run it. Yes, exactly. F. Hey there, Sven. How you doing? Steve size, yes, it is one less thing to think about it during racing, having no hybrid system. However, I think it would be a fun aspect, and if modeled correctly, unlike an F1 2000X, I think it would be a great asset and a real game changer here for racing, because right now, you know, sitting in a DRS train, you're saving some fuel, and after some fuel saving, that means you can run higher refs, have a little bit more power. However, I'd love to have, you know, only a limited more amount of power when your battery is empty and needs recharging again, while fuel cannot be abused in that way. That would be absolutely awesome. But yeah, will surely take some time till we get to that point. Ralph, to be honest, I think Twitch is the better platform for streaming. YouTube streamers or YouTube streams, they don't get the same support than in history. Yes, Ralph P. Tomorrow, 4 PM Central European, there will be this race here, 56 laps in Malaysia. So last lap has at least been a 35.8. Tires are about to die, hashtag soon. I'm really gonna drive them until they fully, entirely fall apart. But you see here already, understeer kicks in at the same time, the rear end wants to kill us. Yeah, Rahone is absolutely right. ERS would indeed give us an extra dimension of strategy. Do you hear that rattling on the wheel? Yes, Kevin Peters, the track versions, all the tracks being used this year will be official rFactor 2 content. So I'm not sure if Malaysia is even, isn't that even on stock of the game? Yes, Ralph P, I'm also streaming right now on Twitch using the restream.io system. I agree so much with that, Rahone. Yeah, what you want to do, Kevin Peters, is you may want to shoot. Did fuck. Okay, so Kevin Peters, what you may want to do is right click on properties on rFactor 2, click check game file integrity. Beyond that, also unsub from the Malaysian track, do the same, and resub to it, do the same, and then you can join the server. Oh, it's no biggie, it ties with that anyway. So looking at the stint, we did 1 11 21. That was the 22nd lap we were on, and we did it 36 1 2 3 4 3 2 1 1 35 9 36 1 1 sorry 2 2 35 9 36 1 35 7 35 8 36 2 2. Tires was still, you mean lap time wise, tires were still alright. Mark313, a big massive thank you for subscribing to the YouTube channel. Sorry I missed that while dying in the car here. And Silberdrache25, a big massive thank you for the follow up on Twitch. Welcome everyone to the stream. Mark, why only 300 kph on the straight? I can tell you that. The reason is we got only one single engine mode. Beyond that, we also have a lot of drag on the wings, and since Malaysia is quite some high speed level racetrack, we are not that quick on the straight. I can open up DRS once to check the difference soon. On the back straight, I can show you that on the opening lap. Right, now we're testing the soft tyre. Should probably do a run with the mediums first, but I decided to straight go for the soft here. Want to see the real difference between hards and softs. Yuri, as soon as I do it, I don't know if I even do it, and I don't know also if I will ever do it. Yeah, I heard about the you going quickest in the Audi. I know you want to see your name here on the leaderboard. No, honestly, I may gonna give it a go in the Aston. Who are the 15 pre-invited drivers to the Pro Series, by the way? Unknown Race Driver 96, hey there buddy. So, starting our new stint. Unknown Race Driver, I use the Logitech G935 wireless headset. Battery up to 12 hours. Are you allowed to tell us those assumptions or those names you know of? You're welcome there, Kevin Peters. Alright, so Singularity, I guess Devon Browner, or Kasper Stolzer and Dennis Lind. Then I guess the two triple guys will be Haniel Sapti and Erhan Jajowski. Two Williams. Hard one, maybe Jack Heathley or the both Polish guys. One of the Polish guys indeed. So Nikodem, I guess. 2 times ACR. Who's ACR yet? I'm guessing you mean Jene Simoncic and most likely Dennis Jordan, I guess. Or David Mrożek, he did that WPR racing as well. And then there was another team, 2 times Edge, Petr Briljak, Kevin Siggy Rebenak. Those would be my names. Right, in the meanwhile, soft compound on the road, 35.0, first lap. Much better stability, there is so much more grip on those tyres. Risto and Erhan, okay. What about Hani though? Well, I do know that Jene is testing, or given the GT a go later this week, I think. I'm not sure if he's invite really. But either way, I need to be top 15 in the leaderboard, right? Oh, we got split racing. That is really nice. So I think that is one of the best competitions we ever had on rFactor 2 with multi-split racing. However, obviously I'm hoping to get my seat into Pro, into the top 30, and that just, you know, get some random top 20s or something. I would be massively satisfied with that, since I'm not a pro in the GT3 cars, by all means. Right, so 35.1, another 35.1. We're somewhat consistent. Really interested to see how long those soft tyres will keep us going. Kevin Peters has just joined the server, so he finally made his way through. Ralph P, your Twitch isn't starting? You mean your website doesn't load? Where are you living? Maybe you got blocked? But Yuri, just to get it straight out, you are not invited either, right? Since you're topping the boards. Ah, Rolf, I see the app. You may want to join via the direct browser. Kazar2077, a big massive thank you there for following up on the Twitch channel. Welcome, buddy. So again, tomorrow Formula Sim Racing here on YouTube and Twitch, 1600 CET. The stream goes live with free practice as we put in another 35.1, and we have a 56 lap race coming up here in the F1 type car around this particular racetrack, hence why we're doing the massive practice here. Currently 45 laps been put in. Yeah, sorry, I overread this me. So is that your sort of penalty you got for trying to be smart on the rules? You better be Mercedes, right? Checking up with race control beforehand and then getting the innovation out. So actually, since we're sitting in the F1 car, since we're doing some testing, how do you rate, how do you think about, what is your opinion on the DAS system being launched by Mercedes there? First, is it legal or is it illegal? Second, do you think it is a massive benefit, and if so, where, in what areas? Mark 313, which virtual championship that is? Isn't that a French VFC? I think I heard of it already. Do they have own F1 type of car as well? So still doing 35 lows, but now I think that tire degradation is already kicking in on the soft tire. I referred to this racetrack being a tire killer earlier on the stream. Ellen Tetchik, hey there. Salty and spicy, you mean you're referring to the Mercedes DAS system? Referring to Yuri there. Why would you think they are breaking Park for May if they use it in qualifying? I don't think they have to use it in qualifying if it is meant to only regulate tire temperatures. Well, obviously you may want to come up with tire temperature into the qualifying lap, but beyond that I do not even understand how removing the toe out is increasing front tire temperatures. Rolf, it is called the Silber Drache. Makes sense. I always wondered whether you'd be German or English person. I would consider using DRS as brake in the park for me, as it alters the rear end downforce and the rear end drag. But isn't your toe also changed when going through corners and the car leaning left and right and you turn in the wheel? I think the entire suspension geometry changes when you go like this over the straight, don't you? Also, Mark, I'm going to open up DRS the next time I go over the start-finish straight, so that we can check what the top speed would be like, at least with DRS wide open, so you can see the difference of drag. Tires are about to give up already there. Ow. DRS. So instead of 300 we're now doing 313 at least, and obviously outbraking ourselves into turn 1. Oh dear. Yeah, tires are more and more in bad shape now. Yeah, I also hear that the DAS system takes more than just some weeks to be copied, because it is apparently ultra complex. I mean, what you all need to know is that, and this is a fun fact about F1, you know, in F1 everyone is polishing out the entire car on the free practices for some thousands of a second removal of drag or whatever, and everyone is getting spies on to take photography of other cars. But what is the crazy fact about this is that when speaking about F1 rules for 2021, on the 31st of October, FIA has put in sporting regulation 10.2.5 in, saying a steering can only be used into one dimension, and a steering can only be used on one monorail or one mono mechanic box, which quite clearly eliminates dual axis steering. That regulation has been put on the 31st of October last year. So the fun thing is, now everyone was surprised in the paddock. As a matter of fact, in a business where people are spying, where people are, you know, ripping their ass and heads off to get around and find grey areas in the rule book that can be used for their favor, why on earth no one in the known universe came up with the idea or came up with the question, hey, wait a minute, why has this 10.2.5 regulation been put there into first place? Or was it really that everyone was thinking, well, that rule is just like pointing at the obvious? Either way, quite funny, I think. Debbie Jones, hey there. Is the monitor... Bear with me. So I'm chasing down another car. Good possibility to test dirty air here. Too white for rFactor, to wing mirrors. I mean, they appear to be shifted inwards. That is a graphical glitch of the car model not being entirely fixed just yet. So that hopefully will be fixed in the future. Hey there, Cameron Roger, how are you doing? So he's just confirming what I just said. And someone's dead. Yeah, I think that the AS system is not like a front wing that you can copy and then go back to the factory and put it into the bakery and come around with it 4 weeks later. That front left is so damn dead. Oh my god. Thank you, Devi. Yeah, I absolutely love it. For racing it's quite great. It is probably not as wide obviously as a triple screen, so can't see cars on the left and right. But with peripheral driving skills I think it's absolutely worth it, absolutely fine. So let's see what is still in that soft tyre. If you can get it somewhat to work still. Already lost 4.5 tenths there at turn 1. Front left is absolutely dead. Over 2 seconds loss. Okay, I got an engine issue. Why on earth do I got an engine issue? No, random engine failure shouldn't be enabled. I need to see maybe the track temperature, the air temperature is rising. Cameron, I'm running the radiator size I ran the entire day. and I did 22 laps or 23 laps in a row with a medium tyre, not being an issue whatsoever. The tyres are so dead though. No. rFactor 2 runs with over 200 FPS on my machine, but I'm using a 2080 RTX. So it's doing 38s meanwhile. Tires down to 15% by the way. Yeah, Davey. If you run that graphic card, you shouldn't have any issues whatsoever. Did. Alright, shall we try attacking the lap time of Patrick Hanko there at 29.3? Shall we see whether that's possible for us? Soft stint has been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 laps though. However, I should have tossed them after 10 laps, right when I started going to the 36s. They severely start dropping off after lap 5 and then entirely dead after lap 10. I wanna check how the medium tire compares. Medium tire, I still need some data on. And I think then it is time to get into qualifying. But before doing so, I want to grab myself a quick coffee. And in the meanwhile, play some music. So you don't be... So you don't be bored too much. I'll be right back right there. So tomorrow, 4 PM Central European, the FSR pre-season test race. Number 5, final test race. Being obviously streamed here on Michi Hoyer Simracing. Final physics update, final time for us to give feedback, to take influence on the mod, to improve its drivability, to improve its overall behavior. Before season start comes early March, I think we even go earlier than real F1. 10 races, official rFactor 2 backing, official Studio 397 support for the entire season. In the meanwhile, I'll at least get you back on the picture so you see what's going on track. And as soon as I got my coffee ready, I'll be back in the car. Short break after 1.5 hours of driving. We're testing the medium tyre now. Have done some good stints on the hards until we crashed. Had a particularly short stint here on the soft tyre, since soft tyres melting away quite quickly. Now, if I would need to give up an estimation of how long the the medium tyre will last, I'm looking at 15-16 laps, something like that. Also, a big massive thank you everyone for being around, for supporting the stream today. Thank you to all the new followers and subscribers showing their support to Simracing, showing their support to my channels. And if you guys want to support me, haven't done already, I'd appreciate if you follow up on Twitch, if you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make this community grow. As we're coming back with espresso like Valtteri. Right, so being back in the car here with the medium tyre compound. "55 laps turned. Someone's internet connection just died, I guess. So if you guys got any questions whatsoever, just shoot them out. If you want to join the discussion, feel free to do so. Actually, after doing the medium run, I want to get back to the hard tyre compound for a couple of laps, just seeing the difference with the track rubbering in. Also, what's your plans for the weekend, guys? On that note, we have a brief forecast or a brief lookout for what is coming here in the near future. In March, I'm planning to have the first community race on Assetto Corsa Competizione, just for the fun of it. That is currently in the plans. Beyond that, I am working on the background of the YouTube channel, uploading so-called Simracing short clips. Those are clips being done by Twitch, showing me crashing, laughing, funny, highly competitive, or with astonishing overtakes, or with big fails, all sort of Simracing stories that appear on that channel. So Simracing short clips will be a playlist with videos 30, 35 seconds, 40 seconds, something like that, showing ludicrous things, ridiculous activity in many thinkable ways. That's been a new feature on the YouTube channel. Beyond that, feel free, if you think there's something funny or something to jiggle about, you're watching on Twitch, feel free to do a clip. They will be automatically saved into my creator dashboard, and I'll be looking at them. If they are worth it to me, I'm gonna upload them on YouTube. and put them into the list of Simracing short clips. That's coming in the future. Beyond that, I'm trying to put on streamings in German. Yes. So after I finish up on this stream here, I'm gonna upload a little announcement video in German, doing some promo laps here around Malaysia for tomorrow's race. Talking a little bit about what's going on as well. And beyond that, rFactor 2 has come around with a GT Pro competition. I'm going to give this one a shot this week. I need to inform myself so much more and need to know exactly what's going on in the world of sim racing on rFactor 2. Tons of competitions have just popped out of the ground, such as the GT Pro series, BMW M2 CS series. I'm trying to at least join the next round. Then obviously FSR this weekend. Joining to take part in the 12 hours of Sebring on iRacing. Just need to find the teammates again for it. And then I think we also got the 1,000 miles of Sebring in Veteran Championship, or the 12 hours of VEC. Yeah, Virginia's a very technical track though. I'm not the biggest fan of it, haven't done too much lapping there in my career. As we're doing mid-35s in the median compound. Yeah, it's a great thing to see multiple splits. That means everyone that is sort of qualifying, I think the top 150 will get into some racing, which will be lovely. Really should motivate everyone to give this one a shot. Yeah, there's something in the Audi. I think McLaren has a good balance. Audi, I think, needs proper setup. I know that the Burst eSport drivers are currently also figuring that out, which is very lovely. Great support by a team there. So, a 129.3 for us to beat later on in quali trim. In the meanwhile, lap time 35.4. Happily we don't crash over that high curb. Oh, Mantas. Who's the other driver there for you? Oh, I see. I'm not too sure if I'm doing Sebring, to be honest. So 35.3, times are dropping, so that medium tyre at least seems to get a little quicker along the stint. Although we put in a 35.5 now. What I can see tyre wear is obviously less. Starting our 7th lap now. I think there is some good balancing between the compounds. Mantas, I don't think at all, to be honest. So are you guys looking forward to the upcoming F1 season? And of course, honest answers appreciated. I can understand people losing interest into that Mercedes domination. But what is your guys' expectation? Who will be the champion? Who will be second and third in the constructors? Or who will win the constructors in the first place? I hear you, Mantas. I'm kinda expecting the same. I have to admit, I am genuinely impressed the way Mercedes is working. Like after the 6th consecutive title, you would expect them to get, to lose that hungry, to lose that spirit of wanting to win. Tim Oliver Sequard, good morning, or good day, good afternoon. Thanks for your opinion there. You think Mercedes will be dominant again? That's what I think as well. I think that Red Bull will beat Ferrari by quite a mile. Looking at the test drives right now, I know that those times are not representative at all. However, to me it speaks a clear language that Force India is up there, Renault is up there, Red Bull has been up there around with Mercedes all the time, besides Mercedes being at the front quite with some margin, while Ferrari, technical difficulties and really miles off whatever program they are running. Then obviously Leclerc saying they are trying different approaches, and then Vettel coming around saying no, we're not doing anything different compared to last year. Then Mattia Binotto coming around saying we're freaking slow. I don't know if they are sandbagging heavily this year like Mercedes last year, but I don't think they can. You think that Ferrari even is fourth force only? Behind Racing Point? I don't know. Haas will be close with Williams at the back, I think that's for sure. The big question is, are we expecting another Ferrari like in season 2012 and 13, where the car was so crap and only Fernando Alonso was the difference to get it into the points? And also that Force India, or that, not Force India, that Racing Point story is so funny, isn't it? You know, Racing Point is a customer team of Mercedes, so they're getting the powertrain, hydraulic system and the gearbox from Mercedes. However, the gearbox is always with a delay of 1 year, so while Mercedes obviously have the 2020 gearbox, Racing Point only received the 2019 gearbox, and therefore received the size of the 2019 gearbox, so they have to design their car around the 2019 gearbox of Mercedes. Therefore said, you know what, we have so many pictures of the Mercedes, if we have to run their back end for making the gearbox and the powertrain fit, why don't we just try to copy their entire car? And again, despite they are customer team of Mercedes there, they didn't get any technical information from Mercedes directly. All they did was put in the designers on high quality photos and let them draw the Mercedes again, like a carbon copy of it. And yeah, the current Racing Point is what got out of that idea. And seemingly it doesn't compete so bad, right? The big task is, when doing so, is not only copying a philosophy, not only copying a characteristic, copying a project, or yeah, philosophy I already said, copying you know, style of a car, style of a system. You also need to understand how it works. You also need to understand how to make it work. And yeah, I mean, guys at Racing Point said that it was risky. It is risky, but apparently they've done quite a good job there. Yeah, Ferrari could be all in for 2021, but expect other teams to try and do that as well. So 2021 is highly risky, I guess. Hey there, Rick Cape. How you doing, man? And yes, Manders, you're absolutely right. The reason why it looks like the 2019 Mercedes basically is because the devs had the task to manually copy the 2019 Mercedes, as it was the best car on the grid, what Racing Point believe. Meanwhile, we're still lapping mid-35, so tyres are still in good condition. Tim Oliver Sigua, I don't think that Ferrari is looking into copying the DAS system, if you want to try referring to that. As it is only allowed for 1 year, Mercedes may have a massive opportunity there. Imagine they put a car out there that is tons and seconds quicker than anyone else. Since it is a last year's car, reliability won't be an issue at all. Now imagine if Mercedes can start to fully focus on the 2021 car by the first third of the season, because they got so impressive lead over everyone else. If that happens, there is high potential chance that Mercedes is also winning 2021. Yeah, I think if 2020 isn't the year of Vettel in any way, I think he will leave F1, but definitely will leave Ferrari. Do I think McLaren is sandbagging a lot? Nah, I'm not sure. They are coming from a much deeper crisis than people expect, and with all honesty, Sainz is somewhat a veteran good driver, but Norris is still kind of newbie into Formula 1. By all means, he did a great season as a newcomer there, I think. But has he got the technical knowledge yet to, together with Sainz, push the car ahead? I'm not sure. Question is how deep Alonso is still in McLaren, whether he got some kind of influence. Have no idea on that one. Beyond that though, I think that McLaren will look solid into a top 5, top 4 position. Maybe top 6 again. But they made a huge step during the season last year. I'm pretty sure they can do another one over the winter. Well, whatever Mercedes is doing, their lawyers are top notch, if you want to call them lawyers, because they're looking at technical regulations and rules and everything, and they come out with innovations. And you know what? Ferrari got accused of cheating, Red Bull in between got a little bit accused of cheating with the fuel flow and stuff. But Mercedes never really has been at risk. There have been investigations, and all Mercedes was all the time saying that we talked to FIA and they said it was alright. And it was like that for the entire seasons that we've just seen. And now, as I said, we're coming into 2020. They're coming around with the DAS system. The rule book got updated 31st of October last year, eliminating a DAS system for 2021, and no one really wondered about why that regulation has been put in there in the first place. And now everyone in Barcelona was like, oh, what the hell did they do? And it, you know, it is the 7th consecutive season, and it shows so much the spirit of Mercedes there, of Toto Wolff, of James Allison, of everyone around there, that they want to freaking win. They just want to win by all means. And they're pushing the boundaries, they are setting new innovations, and you know, as I said, you would expect they maybe lose their hungry of victory, but no, quite the opposite is the case. I'm pretty sure Toto Wolff was standing there in the middle of last year saying, how can we make this 2020 car over the edge of everyone else? And they came around with that one. And seemingly also on the right side of things, talked a lot to FIA, and they found the system to be legal for now. Well, kudos to Mercedes then. Yes, the thing is, and you can say whatever you want, Mercedes is ready to take some risks of developing things that may get banned. They also taking the risk in the races, performing double pit stops in the single lap within 8 seconds of difference between both cars. I think the most impressive double pit stop I ever saw was the Mercedes pit stop in China, where they came in just in time. You know, Hamilton was coming, leaving off the garage in the right second, and Bottas, without massively slowing down, just got into that pit spot and got serviced within 2.5 seconds as well. Absolute flawless piece of engineering and piece of work to have a composition of 17 guys working on 2 cars within 8 seconds. It's just like, I have looked at that pit stop millions of times because it was a perfect symphony of work. And so they're doing with a strategy, you know, putting Lewis Hamilton out. Okay, Hamilton was whining a lot on tyres, but putting him out 80% distance of the race on the hard compound with the tyres nearly falling apart, but yet keeping the race win. The spirit of Mercedes in order to win races with an accuracy and a fail rate of close to 0, it's just so impressive. I mean, at the opposite, you have Ferrari fucking up 8 of 10 times in a race last year. Yes, the Red Bull pit crew is the best in terms of speed and accuracy, putting out some records there on pit stop changes. Alright, speaking of changes, my lap time has changed to mid 35s to high 35s. Tires are still in okay shape. We're finished lap 71 now on today's testing session. And I'm looking what the tires are still able to produce here. So a big massive thank you for all of you being here and supporting the stream by watching. I would appreciate if you also follow up on the Twitch channel or subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't done already, if you're new to the stream and sort of like the topic, sort of like the driving and talking that we do. Would appreciate that big time to improve this community, make it grow. As we're also approaching the lifetime end of that medium compound. I was guessing 16, 17 laps. I think that is lap 17 or lap 16 we're just finishing. And the tires seemingly now starting to die. That means we soon go box. Coming for a hard tire compound. Ach, Dreck. Fire in the hole! Or fire in the back. Someone got some sausages, some steaks. Want to get flamed barbecue here? Alright. So it means we have a quick look into the lap times we did. Now the engine went poop because we lost our rear end tire there. What happened to that tire? Is that a new damage model on rFactor 2? Cameron Roger, if you're still around, what happened to that tire? Yeah, tires deform has been there for ages, but usually they form back to normal, don't they? Weird. Either way, as I said, gonna put on hard tire compound real quick to see what the lap times they are producing now with the current grips. Just 5. Oh, before we go, I'll look at the stint. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It was the 17th lap that we crashed on. Maybe a wrong modulation of damage there, Mark. I can't really relate on it, since I haven't driven the particular car you're referring at. But was good consistency despite talking 35, 4, 6, 4, 3, 5, 4, 2, 7, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 8, 8. So here, tyres are started to go down. So, again, here we come in that Mercedes. No, not Mercedes. In that hard tyre. So much of a Mercedes fan, I'm so sorry. As I said, really just gonna do 2 or 3 or 4 laps. Gonna do some quali runs. And that's gonna do it for today. Once again, I just want to see how the hard tyre performs now when there's more rubber on the roads. What are the lap times saying then? Yeah, Mantas, exactly. That is the kind of clips we're looking for. Simracing short clips on the YouTube channel. Mark, I don't think it really falls on the park for me, because turning the wheel, and I can show this if this car is made properly. You see the car moving slightly left and right when turning the wheels left and right. That is also a change of suspension there. You see that the car is turning left and right, it's not the camera. That is also a change of suspension to me. And so while turning the steering wheel, you change the suspension and ride height regardless. And this is no park for me condition. No, I'm not doing a montage, I'm just putting them up there and naming them in a fun way maybe. To get some highlights out on the short clip area. I just published one of those short clips how to dive bomb last week, so you may want to check that out on the channel. So as I said, 3, 4, 5 laps on the hard tyre compound, and then we're gonna do qualifying simulation. 1 minute 29.3 to beat there at the minute. Gonna see if we can beat that. Before that, gonna do a full pit stop simulation though, after 3 or 4 laps here on the hard tyre compound. Hey there, Sky Master. Yep, this is a new FSR update. What team is Sinzig on again? Is it Drillers? So first lap time at 35.8. What briefing there, Sky Master? There won't be a race today. A race will be tomorrow, 4 PM Central European. The stream will go live. I'm gonna reschedule it as soon as I'm going offline here and done with streaming for the day. See you there. Goodbye, Mantis. Maybe we see each other tomorrow on the race. I would appreciate that. So second lap, 35.6, so there's quite some change in conditions. We're gonna make this a final approach or final lap, then have a pit stop simulation, and then we go for quali runs in qualifying view, so you guys can enjoy that. Luke, whoops. Oh yeah, what? You love that view. Not long for waiting on it. Coming around final turn, another 35.6, I guess. 7. Still, it is an improvement compared to before. Box. Then we're going to do one out lap before hitting qualifying simulation there. Okay, box, Sebastian, box. Plan F. Was a good pit entry. 2020 champ, Lewis Hamilton. I think it was a very good pit stop indeed. Me and FSR. I don't think so. Yanis Simracing will be around. That eliminates it all. Nah, but I'm hoping for a solid drive this year, more solid than last year. Engine's on fire. Engine is on fire. Alright, coming up for qualifying simulation, hashtag soon. Just want to have that note down for Motec file. Oh, and then I think I got my Motec not enabled. Is it? Oh, damn it. Got no Motec enabled. Da-dum. Absolutely. Muy bad. Right, taking out fuel. Coming up for that beloved qualifying simulation. A 1:29.3 to beat here of Hanko. Means we would need to improve 5.7 seconds. Can we do that? We will see. $80 laps being turned right now. Thank you there, Martin. Appreciate it. Absolutely loving the rig, absolutely loving the wheel, loving the monitor. Need to see if I forgot something today to really push that forward. Oh, it works. Need to load the FSR car LEDs. Rotograph, or a big massive thank you for following up on the Twitch channel. So now you also see on the wheel the double blue digit has been an indication for shifting lights. We are firing up the quali mode of the car. And then going for our qualifying lap. Bear with me for the messages real quick. Oh, so much hesitation. Okay, that lap's not gonna be it. But I'll see the potential. Need 5.7 seconds improvement. We're about hitting the 4-second marker here. So we'll make it 5 seconds. Oh. Yeah, I have no spotter. 129.1. Lil. So, no, Martin, I don't have a DAS system, sadly. Yeah, Mark 313. It is an official. No, it's not official, but it is a replica of the F1 2017 Mercedes AMG F1 wheel. So yeah, it looks quite a Mercedes-like. I'm still debating whether to put on a Mercedes star somewhere. Steve099, thank you so much for the follow-up. Welcome to the channel. I'm gonna put on the spotter, so next time you guys get radioed the lap time, as we're now going for a 28 then. Yeah, Steve099, the monitor is damn huge, and I'm loving it big time. Josh Flynn, thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the channel. How you doing? Hope you're doing alright. Enjoying the afternoon of one stream here. I agree. The F1 wheel is the best looking in all cars, and the real life cars I think, as well as here in game. You know, if I look at the wheels from, I don't know, Alpha Tauri and Honda at Red Bull, you know, it looks like that little piece of plastic, where this is a solid big wheel, you know. To a 27 or you'll unsubscribe. For a 27 I probably need a little bit more practice, but I can serve you a height 28. I'm sure on that one. Should get a better exit out of the final turn to start our lap. No, it's not the new Thrustmaster pedals, it's Huizingfeld sprint pedals. DRS wide open. Here we go across the line. Start the next flying lap. Marginally we're ahead, 2.5 hundredths. Ah, missing that apex.
Was a 1:28.62.
Okay. Well, 1:28.6. Martin, I can do a 0.5, a 0.4 maybe, but that will be about it, I guess. I'm gonna go try for it though. Tim Oliver sequel, why do I choose a single screen setup and not triple? Like, what's the advantages? By the way, guys, you want it for the next quali attempt, stay in the view we currently are, or you want to see the onboard from the direct screen? Yes, Cameron Roger already said no bevels. Second of that, if I look to the left or look to the right, I unconsciously steer towards the left and right, which would be bad in side-by-side driving. Beyond that, triple screen is obviously more demanding on the hardware, and with a Quadra on top, that will also make RTX 2080 die while streaming. So Luke Whoops want me to stay in the view. How are you guys want to see in it the lap? As we're trying to get in some quali practice here. That's good, Martin. You should get back into sim racing, to be honest. Here we go. Missing a 10th. Hesitation there. On acceleration. Nah, that lap's not going to be an improvement, I guess. Should have kept off the throttle, would be an awesome drift. Let's go again. Oh, that rFactor 2 bug. Please make it shut up. So guys, we're also coming towards the end of the stream. We've been out straight live for 2.5 hours now, driving here the FSR car. Once again, tomorrow 4 PM Central European time, we'll be live with a free practice of the upcoming final test race. 16:30 or 4:30 PM Central European qualifying before green lights 5 PM. 56 lap race in this particular car on that particular track, on that particular sim. So looking forward to that. Hope to see you guys there as well. What happened to your rig there, Steve? Ah, you're on the road for work. When you come back, return home so you can make use of it again. Alright, here we go. Final attempt, maybe. Ah, so damn stupid. Was actually a good turn 2. Nah, I'm done with driving, to be honest. We're 2/10 off. If done right, I can find 10th and a half here, maybe 2/10. Angle for final turn doesn't keep up. I want to do another lap. I'm triggered for that 0.5. Can't deal with a lap as long as it is that broken. Yeah, Martin, I may overdrive it a bit here and there. Agreed. Promise LBS, a big massive thank you for following up on the channel and showing your community support. Yeah guys, if you're new to the channel, if you're watching this for the first time and if you're liking it, I would massively appreciate a follow on Twitch or subscribe to YouTube. You will find the links to both channels in the description. Yeah, I'm carrying a bit too much speed into the turns rather than focusing on the exit. I'm trying to do exactly that now, Martin. Well, I hope I do. For the final 1 or 2 attempts, you get the view from here. Holodower, big massive thank you for being the 1140th follower there on the Twitch channel. Thank you so much for the support. You're a great teacher. You should start coaching then. Quite seriously. Right, firing up the engine. Taking a deep breath. Wow. The lines aren't working at the minute. Pay you in coffee, Max. That could be a currency of mine, though. That was a good exit.
The lap was a 1:29.09.
Final approach. Oh no, that people always refer to me should put off the Delta, but I don't feel like it at all. Other one has a big massive thank you for the follow on the channel there, buddy. Thanks for the support. Thanks for your dedication. So tomorrow 4 PM we'll be live with the final test race of the season. On this particular car here at Malaysia, 56 lap race, 100% distance. That is what it will be about. Final try for better qualifying. Oh yeah. If not for the slide into turn 4. Box, Sebastian Box, you are in the Ferrari. Broken engine. Stop the car. Full shutdown procedure. Well, I think that takes it to an end. We were on the verge of getting the lap time improved, however, yeah, engine temperature got up, and that is a side part of our yeah, FSR engine quali modes. There is massive power on it. I think 160 additional brake horsepower. They see me rolling and hating. Come on, get back to the garage. As we are pulling over to noch ein Stück, 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 noch ein Stück. Yeah. Alright, at least we got home. They can change the engine now. And that's going to take it to the end, guys. A big massive thank you for being here. Willemacher, when does the season start? Oh dear, Cameron, please help me. I think it is the 6th of April? Or 7th of April? I think it's the first weekend of March as it clashes with VEC. So I think that is the story behind that. Yeah, guys, as I said, let's take it to the end. Tomorrow we will have this race coming up. Yeah, 8th March in 2 weeks. Big massive thank you there, Cameron. We'll take it to an end, and we will be coming up live tomorrow again, 4 p.m. Central European, for the final pre-season test race. Hope for a good one, hope for a good fun, and I hope I see you guys there again. A big massive thank you for being here. Thank you for all the new followers and subscribers on YouTube and Twitch. If you like what you see, please give that video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and make this community grow. Would appreciate that big time. Happy weekend to everyone. Enjoy the sun here over Europe. If you're living in Germany, I'm not sure if the sun is everywhere. Isn't UK drowning in water again from rain? I don't know. Martin price pool this year, I think around 3,000 euros. Yeah, so Cameron is still firing up and finalizing the final texts. Oh, no, final texts. My brain is trash. The final results, final packages on prices, and yeah, we are coming up to the end here on the stream. Big massive thank you, guys. Hope you enjoyed that, and hope to see you guys back soon on the next stream. This is the Simpit. I'm Itchy Hoyer, and I'll see you guys out on the track.